It's not only free, but sometimes they have sponsored events when there are free kopi, there is free drinks.
Interesting.
You got free, if I'm not wrong, they got health supplements, and there's this new thing that helps you breathe.
I saw that thing.
Yeah, so there are many different running groups out there. You can take a look at whenever they have events, you can join them.
Yeah.
So it's something like if you don't have any friends, you really want someone to join, you can go to these running groups. And they have paces too. So let's say if you are you don't have the motivation to hit a certain timing, there's someone there that can probably help you
pull you
that
up
also.
Right.
Yeah. Welcome back to FatFitFam, the realest fitness podcast in Singapore.
That's right.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Dan.
So this episode, we're going to talk about exercises to lose weight.
Woohoo. So, Jimmy, what's your favorite exercise in the gym?
My favorite exercise in the gym is running.
Really?
I'm joking. I love to do bench because I want to gain muscles.
Really?
So I always do bench because they always say the three most important muscles to have definition.
Yeah.
It's your chest, your shoulders, and then I think your shoulders, chest and shoulder I think only.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I do, the bench, and then I do a lot of lateral raises. And also, I forget one more part, the triceps. Because the triceps is where there is the biggest muscle in your arm.
It fills up the sleeve. Yeah.
Correct.
That's what I read online. So people think it's bicep curls, but actually it's triceps that actually make it good. I mean, it's 3 versus 2, ma. It's this higher percentage in your arm.
So that's what I've been doing in the gym. I skip leg day because I run a lot. So, I mean, realistically, you should do some strength training for your legs.
Right.
Yeah, but that's one of the main things I do in gym for the most efficient use of my time is my bench, my lateral raises, and then my tricep extension.
So let's share with the viewers and listeners, like, why go to the gym anyway? Like, why isn't running enough, or why is cardio or whatever not enough, or why do we need to go to the gym?
I think if you're aiming for a full holistic body fitness, I think you should go for the gym for strength training. Else, running could be a good start for day-to-day.
Because it's free, right?
Yeah, it's free. And I think I like to mention to those who haven't started running before or are really hyper-focused in gymming only is that running helps the most important muscle in your body. So can you guess what's the most important muscle?
It's the heart, for sure.
It's the heart for sure. Running does help the heart a lot because it's a cardiovascular exercise. And then it strengthens your endurance.
Yeah, for sure.
And it keeps you more. It does help you in your general day-to-day tasks. Because everything you do requires a certain amount of endurance.
Yep.
So running, any cardio, steady state cardio will help whatever you're doing in the gym or in real life, in your day-to-day life.
Yeah. But in my personal weight loss journey, when I was big at 89 kg, right, I find running extremely difficult actually. So the way that I approached it, or if you were to ask me what's my favorite exercise in the gym, right, actually it's not even in the gym. I just like to walk actually. I think really the key secret for me to losing a lot of weight is just walking. It's so underrated, honestly. So I personally have knee problems. I don't know if it's from years of playing rugby or whatever, or when I was heavy or whatever. But I have knee problems that I wouldn't say prevent but it really hurts to run longer than, let's say, 2.4 km. Like, if you were to ask me to run 10 km or whatever, I really need to think about it because of the strength of my knee. So for me, it's walking. If you can see behind me here, I have a treadmill, right? So for me, the way I lost weight was actually to clock steps. So if you were to ask me some of the key things that will really help you to lose weight, number one is your diet, which we talked about extensively in previous episodes. Second is actually the walking, so clocking your steps. I'll talk more about the speed and whatnot. And then after that is the sleep. Actually, I think sleep is very important for recovery and making sure your fat loss gets got results lah. And then the last one I would say is the general strength training, which is the gym and whatever. So to me, if you want to hit it in order, it will be this order. Personally, but I think it's also quite important for you to do what you like, or else you lose motivation.
Correct.
Right? So if you really like running, stick to it. If you really like the gym, I think stick to it. Like, stick to what you know, and the important thing is to stay at it. for a long while. Yeah,
that's correct. Yes.
So before we even talk about any exercise, right, I think we talk about the consistency of exercise. I think that's very important, right? So Jimmy, how long do you think someone needs to like exercise in general, either running or gymming, to like make it a habit? Like how long do you take to, there must be the first day where, I don't want to go again, but then you just keep going. So how long do you think?
I think what you said just now about loving what you do is very important. Because if I tell anyone who doesn't like running to run, definitely he or she won't like to run.
Exactly, yeah.
So you need to do something that you really like could be cycling, could be swimming.
Yeah.
It could be like what you said, walking also. So it doesn't need to be something that you really, really need to do.
Yeah.
Something that try and find baby steps.
Right.
So it can be start from walking, start from brisk walking, then slowly walk your way towards running. And then how do you develop the habit? I think it's something that you have to work on. Not think deep, but have a goal in mind.
Correct.
So for me personally, back then when I wasn't very fit, I didn't start running at all. I had a friend, actually he's our friend. His name is Jia Jian.
Right.
He told me, hey, do a marathon when you're still young. Then I'm like, why would I do a marathon? I said, do it lah. Then so he signed up. And because I also FOMO, I signed up. And then that's where because I had a goal, I didn't want to fail that marathon. I started slowly working towards it.
Sure, yeah.
And then once the marathon is done, I just developed the habit to keep running and at least keep that general fitness there.
Right.
So at least do a certain mileage a week. For me, it's about 30 to 40 kilometers. And then that's where the habit kicks in, and I've done that ever since.
So I think generally from the people that I speak to and whoever who don't exercise, right?
Yeah.
Actually, it's exactly the point that you mentioned just now, and I want to touch about it, is the community feel of getting to exercise, which is actually what we're trying to build here with FatFitFam. Is basically some people are afraid to exercise, right? Because from what I understand, nobody does it with them, or they're afraid of being shamed. Some people, like you mentioned in the previous episode, going to the gym might be intimidating for some people.
Yes.
But I think similarly to you, when I started gymming also, I gym with my team, my rugby team. But so it became less intimidating, more of like a group thing. So like you said, JJ invited you to go to the marathon. That's why you wanted to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's why there's also this popularity of gyms that are more community based. I think Revel is one also.
Yeah, the functional studios.
There's the F45s, your BFTs, where you do it together. I think that's really, really a very strong start for you to realize, actually exercising isn't that bad, or at least I'm doing it with a friend. Actually now I see online also a lot of people, they go yoga together.
Oh yeah.
They go Pilates together, etc. I'm talking about like more of those like group activities that can do. Actually, to be honest, me and Jimmy also, we sometimes chill each other to like group exercises like for us lah. So like we went bouldering, so things that we don't actually normally do. So I have sweaty palms. I don't really like rock climbing or whatever. But when Jimmy showed me, I'm like, well, okay, let's do it together. I need to try something new. Or hiking, like you said. We might even try spin next, right?
Our next one was spin, but we haven't got it
yet. But I myself, like, I don't really cycle. I don't really know what's going on. But like, since I'm going with a friend, I don't mind. So I think going to start a workout with a friend, I think is quite important. So it'll be a bit less intimidating.
And also what you mentioned, also the studio classes, right? I think some people are also be hesitant to join because it's pricey, it's not very cheap.
It is pricey.
So one thing I did previously was ClassPass.
Right.
So you join ClassPass, you have 20 credits. You use your credits and you try out.
I haven't tried, actually ClassPass. But
so
it's very interesting to try new things, right?
So before I tried Revel, I used ClassPass to join Revel. Then I would try to get used to it. It's quite fun. And from there, I actually signed up with Revel and
so back to your point at the start of trying to see what you like or what you're good at, or what you like essentially is I know a lot of my friends like playing sports. So I think playing it regularly definitely helps, but also you can try the new things. I think the new craze now is like playing picker or paddle or whatever, but going around and trying the different things. I have some friends who do Muay Thai, lost a lot of weight, so I respect those fighters also. But I think really getting a start somewhere and then sticking to it and being disciplined and hopefully motivated enough for you to continue.
Keep to that
routine. So I think Jimmy's favorite activity is to run, right?
I think it's the easiest to get into.
Right. And then for me is to gym. So, but it's not about but for both of us, we have the same mindset where if we are tired, we still go.
We'll still go.
If we are slightly sick, maybe not super sick, we will still go.
I will still go.
I will still go also.
Yeah.
If it's raining, you
probably will still go.
You still go.
Yeah.
It's part of it is what you like, but to me also another part of it is motivation / discipline. I would say these two things are a bit different. So motivation is really the goal that you mentioned, like what you want to do. For you, maybe you mentioned in previous episode, maybe the High Rocks episode is you want to get better and better.
Yes.
Better timing. So that can be a motivation. But for me, it's more about discipline. Discipline as in, if no one tells you to do it, are you going to do it or not? So to me, right, it's like you can go to the gym every day, or sorry, if you can pay for the gym, then you go today, then tomorrow, right, you're like, I'm a bit sore, maybe I don't go. Who's going to stop you, right? Who's going to stop you from not going? You can just lay down in bed, what? But it's that discipline that you really have to go again and again to see results. See?
But why? How do you get the discipline? Like,
yeah, so I think one motivating factor was the friends part lah. So if your friends go, you're not gonna like skip them.
They get your friends to be accountable for you.
So let's say on that day that we went bouldering, I was feeling very tired, but I'm like, but I want to meet up with Jimmy anyway, so I'm gonna go lah.
That's good.
So I think that's one of motivation / discipline. But I think discipline is drilled to you over years or over months of really doing something that you are unmotivated to do, but you have to do it. So exercise, for me, like I mentioned in the first episode or the first few episodes, it's a very long-term thing. I'm saying I'm trying to lose weight, but that doesn't mean once I reach my target, I'll stop exercising. It's a lifetime thing already, right? And this is where the discipline comes in. You have to go.
Probably change the mindset of what you're trying to aim for.
Correct, yeah.
So always have the end game goal in your mind.
Correct,
and not be short term. Oh, I'm tired today. But you must always remember, I want to aim for that body, I want to aim for that fitness.
Correct, yes.
Then from there, let that motivate you to,
to
go
keep
to the
going,
gym,
to keep going, yeah. So same for you for running also. I'm sure there are days where you're, or when you were training for High Rocks, there were days you're like, I'm not gonna go. But you're like, I have to lah. And trust me, for those of you who don't train ever or rarely train, once you train, right, actually after you train, you will thank yourself for it.
Correct.
Yeah. When you start, right, you feel like
shit.
What the hell, like, wow, this feels so heavy for me to do this bench press.
Once you're done with the exercise, you'll be like, wow, I could have done more.
You could have done more. I'm so happy I did it. I'm so happy I went. And that's the thing to me that grips me also actually is sometimes really like end of the week, like on a Friday, you're like, oh, I'm so freaking tired to go to the gym again. But then once you do it, you're like, I'm so glad I did. I'm so glad I did.
You feel the soreness in your legs and your arms.
Exactly.
And you feel, well, this is worth it, man.
Yes.
Like,
and then
why did I even have the thought of not even going?
Correct. Yeah. So for me personally, through weight loss journey there's a few things that kind of demotivated me, and then I'll share about how it kind of pushed me back in. Was when I was looking at the scales, right, it wasn't really moving that much. So it was like I was like at 80 maybe, then I was going to like 78, then I was like 78 for a very long time, like I said, like a month or so. I was like, why isn't this working? But then I stumbled across this TikTok lah. So at that point, honestly, I just thinking like maybe the gym isn't working anymore. But then I stumbled upon this TikTok. He was saying that it's not necessarily the number, it could be the percentage that changes, which is what we spoke about. So it could be you're losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. So the number on the scale actually doesn't change. So some of the other things that can give you an indication of that it's working is sometimes your clothes fit better. I think that definitely happened for me. My sleeves filled up, my tummy wasn't touching the front of my shirt anymore. And then the belt loops obviously is like tightening. You can like move a few rungs down, and then you get compliments also lah. I think that's one of the things that motivated me a lot also, was a lot of people were saying, hey, you lost a lot of weight.
Definitely, yes. I get that.
Yeah, so or I think I mentioned to you that I can see your muscles now because you
I love these compliments.
Yeah, exactly. So I think these things are the things that help you to push lah. Yeah. So back to the conversation of how to get there, or how to start lah. So for me, I think even as more of just the motivation, I think going with someone to the gym also helps you to fix your technique and have a second eye at what you do.
Correct.
So I think Jimmy actually has given me a lot of advice on how to run. I know it sounds stupid lah. Like everybody knows how to run. Just go forward and run straight lah. But actually,
It's left, right, and you're done.
Yeah. So there's about the angling of your leg, about how you put your foot on the ground, etc. Which Jimmy will get into. But I think same thing as when you go to the gym also, there's techniques and whatnot, right? So I wanted to emphasize that actually when you go to the gym, right, or rather for me, my mistake last time was that when I first started, I told myself, I'm going to be the strongest here. I'm going to lift the most amount of weight. I'm going to put the most amount of plates there and show the whole gym that I'm the strongest in this room. Okay?
Yeah.
But two things lah. One thing is that I got injured actually quite often.
Oh, yes.
Because I pushed myself over the limit.
Okay.
And secondly, we were just talking about this off-cast, was the technique of doing something. So when I was doing like deadlifts and whatnot, I wasn't engaging the correct muscles. Yeah, I look like a massive beast carrying everything. But who knows the day after actually I feel like shit because my body is
you need
wrecked.
to have sustainable workouts.
Correct, yeah. So maybe to those youngsters out there or whatever, don't be too gung-ho to I'm lifting the biggest weight or I look the biggest in the gym. No, it's not about that. Actually, when you work out, I think Jimmy will agree, I will definitely agree. It's not about you against anybody else.
It's you against yourself.
You against you yourself from yesterday. Are you stronger than yourself yesterday? Are you stronger than yourself from last week? Who gives a shit about how much you lift? Honestly,
no one,
unless you're professionally competing lah, then I cannot fault you. But that's not most of us, right? So with that, come to like back to my topic of my favorite exercise, which is walking.
Walking,
I also the metric to me was very simple. You just start walking and clock steps.
Yep.
So I mean, you have a smartwatch, and I actually downgraded my smartwatch. I used to have an Apple Watch.
Okay.
But it was just too. Actually, what happened was I dropped it like and it cracked lah. Then I was just thinking it's just too high value to be damaged all the time because I'm at the gym all the time. Sometimes I take it off and then things might fall on it. Blah, blah. So I switched to actually a G-Shock watch, and this G-Shock watch, the GBD 200, I won't go too much into it, but basically just clock steps for me. Nothing else. So no heart rate, no nothing. But the positive side about it is you actually don't have to charge it at all. So I think that's the thing that sometimes you forget to charge or whatever and you use too much battery. Mine doesn't have to charge at all. So I think the battery just runs out in 2 years, then you got to replace it. But 2 years is more than enough lah. So I clock my steps here. How to set your steps goal for me is really individual to individual. So if you are heavier, let's say when I was starting at 89, I would say maybe only try to clock 8,000 steps a day. So this number, right, you might think of it as a magic number, but actually you can just calculate how much you have at the start. So let's say you can type into ChatGPT, you're an office worker, and you work from this time to this time, and you only travel here and there using public transport. It can actually give you a rough estimate of what your natural step cadence is anyway on a daily basis. And then what you have, let's say you have 5,000 steps a day, just push it up lah. So push it up to 7,000. And then as you get to 7,000 and you're comfortable, we'll push it up a bit more lah. So this is the progressive overload that I think Jimmy's going to get into. That you got to go with it lah. So for me, in terms of walking, it's about the incline. So that gives you a bit more. How incline helps you when walking, right? Actually, is to stabilize your whole body. So when you walk on flat surfaces, you might be primarily using your legs, maybe just pushing your lungs a little bit. But when you go in an uphill, you're actually working on your core also and stabilizing yourself so that you're not leaning back much. So you have to crunch as much as you don't feel it, right?
Over the and also less strain on your heels or whatever.
Exactly, yeah. Actually works your back also.
Yeah, also back also.
So when you start walking more, right, you realize actually the back feels it. So this stability in the core area. Whenever we say core, right, we don't mean six pack. We also mean the whole
obliques and your
the core, connectors between your upper body and your lower body basically. So that's core, right? So that's how incline helps. And then after that, the speed is just your
5,
progression
6,
So I think normal walking pace for let's say those heavier ones at 90 kg, maybe you can start at 3.5, then push it up lah. Push it up to 4, push it up to 7, in your treadmill scenarios. But if you don't have a treadmill, just for transparency's sake, I bought this treadmill for very cheap. It's only $200 on Shopee. Incline one, but it's a fixed incline. Max speed is only 8 kilometers per hour, but I never even touched that. So I just walk, right? So my point is, to walk is free. It really is, same as running. Just go out there and walk. And to those like I want to touch into my background of me being a young parent, right? So I have a young son who's 1 year old now. I feel like all parents have zero excuse, right, to not walk. Because when you go out with your kid on the weekends, bring him to the park, even when he's a baby, put him in a stroller, you can walk. There is no, then you say, oh, it's raining or it's too hot. There's Jewel, there's all these different huge malls.
Many options.
Vivo even, where I just walk around the whole place. And just clock your steps, right? And as little as it sounds, it is actually the determining factor as to how much I lost for me lah. And it boils down back to the discipline portion,
the discipline,
which is
you do it every single day.
You do it every day, correct?
Every single day.
Because walking is so easy, right? I feel like there should be no excuse for weekends also. So
is there a set amount of time you walk every day? 1 hour?
Okay,
2
so
hours?
it depends on my day. So what I try to do is I try to clock. My personal goal is 15,000 a day, 15.
Okay.
So I try to clock 10k before I even go home. So when I'm home, I only have 5k left to walk. That's what I want to treadmill. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Obviously, you can speed it up by increasing the speed lah.
But that will injure you, I guess. If you
yes and no, because then it transitions to jogging and running. So
it's a different activity.
It's a different activity. You're pushing in different zones.
Different heart rate.
Which we will talk about also in a bit as to the different zones. But for me, honestly, I feel like when you work out or when you're trying to be very comfortable at working out, because I can completely understand when you're heavy, you're completely unmotivated to walk. You're completely unmotivated to move, right? So you got to start with the little things and you got to start making things comfortable for you. So for me, right, the cheat code was I have this room. This is the room. Where I actually play Netflix on this TV. I'll put the treadmill in front of it and I'll just walk and watch Netflix.
Oh, that's great.
So some of you can say, after work I'm so tired, I just want to watch Netflix, right? Yeah, you can continue watch Netflix but just walk while you watch. You're distracted, so actually you don't even look at the time, and by the time your episode's done, you're also done walking. So another cheat code is I also on the aircon. So here's a myth, right, Jimmy, that you can fact check for me also, is that actually sweating does not indicate that you are burning that much more fat than anybody else. Actually, the fact that Singapore is so humid, right, you might just be losing water more than fats. So to me, if you walk in a gym with an aircon or a room with an aircon, it doesn't mean you burn less fat as you do if you walk outdoors for the same amount of time, same amount of effort. You just sweat more outside just because it's more humid.
So fact check here. So correct. When you're sweating more, there's more heat. Okay, it doesn't mean that you are losing more weight.
Correct.
Okay, so a better weight loss doesn't mean water loss. Correct. So it's totally true here.
So some of you might think, I am playing football outside. I'm sweating buckets, means I'm losing a lot of weight. Actually, not necessarily true. You can be in a very comfortable like aircon temperature, doing your walks, doing your runs in a very comfortable spot. But as long as you're pushing your heart rate, I think the heart rate
more effective.
It's actually a lot more effective.
It's all about thermodynamics. Correct. How hard your body works.
Correct. In fact, when you're outside and you sweat more, it might actually demotivate you, or you want to stop more because you want to drink more. And things like that, or you might be susceptible to cramps because you don't have enough.
There might be an effect, but the downsides of working out in the heat might not outweigh the ones.
Exactly. So back to the advice also is, if you want to walk comfortably, you want to go outdoors. I actually like walking outdoors, so go at night lah. Go at night. So but dipping back into my personal life, once my son falls asleep at 9-10 p.m, I have plenty of time to go out for an hour's walk. So I feel like there's no excuse lah. So to all parents out there, really, like, if you are making excuse, you are the problem. Don't blame having kids as
very important to have the discipline and the end game goal. You cannot just look at the scale. It's not going down. I can really tell, like, maybe walking 1 day, 2 days will not affect you. 1 week may not even see the results. But it needs to be consistent every single day. Hit that mileage. I think previously also, one of the reasons why I started running also was this Healthy 365 app.
So if you
hit 10k, you get like a few points. Then every month you can make $20 worth of vouchers. So that's something I also look forward to. You can gamify the
process. The process fair enough. But back to the community part that we talked about earlier in the episode, I think if for me, like, I also work with my wife, right? So it gives us downtime to just chit chat and whatever. So actually previously, maybe just after COVID, like before we got busy with work, right? Actually, Jimmy and I we'll just walk, right?
Yeah.
We will just walk at Bukit Timah there.
Bukit
with a group of our
Timah,
friends.
we do have that.
Because anyway, you're chit-chatting, right?
Yeah.
So instead of having over like unhealthy food, just have a walk lah.
There was a pre-hike, then we have a meal.
Yeah,
and then we ate it back.
Yeah, we ate it back. But at least, you
Yeah.
know, there was some motivation to get out of the house and
Yes.
take in some nature lah.
It's always important to have these friends to hold you accountable.
Correct.
Yeah, for example, if I run also, sometimes I have a very, very hard run. But if I have my friend there to, hey, let's go.
Yeah, let's keep pushing, right?
And some experience, more experience in working out.
Exactly.
You can let you know where you're going wrong, what's your form like.
Yes.
And actually, one of the main reasons why I started running also is because I had zero to no friends per se.
Right.
So I think the easiest thing to get into was running. And I think for your case, it's walking too.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy.
So were there run clubs or something that you joined?
So nowadays...
How did it happen? Like I know you're like part of some Facebook group or like...
I'm no longer part of any groups.
Sure.
I just run independently.
But how does it...
Nowadays there are many running groups out there. If you ever been to MBS, been to Gardens by the Bay, you realize in the weekend and the evenings, there are huge running groups.
They wear the same t-shirts also, I think.
They are always wearing the same. There are many running
like
groups. So
tees,
it ranges from the Garmin running groups, the ASICS running groups, more serious, to the more casual, like people are just there to make friends and to mingle with the other runners.
Yeah.
So I think there's Fast and Free. There are a bunch of running groups. You can go search on Instagram and Facebook. Fast and Free, Urban Milers.
But it's free, right? So
it's
just a community thing.
It's not only free, but sometimes they have sponsored events where there are free kopi, there is free drinks.
Interesting.
You got free, if I'm not wrong, they got health supplements, and there's this new thing that helps you breathe.
I saw that thing.
So there are many different running groups out there. You can take a look at whenever they have events, you can join them.
Yeah.
So it's something like if you don't have any friends, you really want someone to join, you can go to these running groups. And they have paces too. So let's say if you are you don't have the motivation to hit a certain timing, there's someone there that can probably help you
pull you
up
also. Right.
Yeah.
I also know I've seen online but I need to double check this again. But I know there's like a don't blame me, but I think this is really the name of the club. It's called Fat Boys Run Club or something like that. Yeah. Where they are really bigger people.
Oh shit, okay.
Where if you remember in NS there was this like what do you call the troop with the
obese
group lah,
the obese
right?
group, yeah.
So I think it's like a bunch of them who are going together and have a walk.
Wow, that's so inspiring.
It is inspiring, isn't it? Yeah, because I feel like again it's back to the community of it, right? It's about how do you get out of the bed when you don't want to get out of bed, and it's because someone's waiting for you, and that someone is a group of friends lah. So I think groups like this are really very helpful. Especially those who want to start. So go ahead, join your groups, find your groups, and So how does one do this like without the gym, or like, do you think the gym is completely necessary?
So I had a phase where I really wanted to gain muscles, but I didn't want to put in the money.
Correct.
So
I think
when
that's
I was
where
still
a lot of
running,
people are.
when I was still running, then I didn't want to invest like $90 to go Anytime Fitness. So I actually found this thing called calisthenics. So it's more functional strength and body weight exercises. So I think most of us males, we go IPPT, we do NS, push-ups. So we can just focus on push-ups, focus on pull-ups, and then your dips. So I started off doing these functional exercises, these calisthenic exercises. Then from there, I had some friends who had this buddy program to bring me to a fitness first gym. So I went and I tried.
Trial, something like
a trial. And then if you don't have these kind of friends, you can also go for your Active SG. So
Active SG.
Yeah, Active SG is only $2 per entry.
It was my childhood lah. Basically, where everybody starts.
Yeah, and remember I talked about the Healthy 365. You got your free credits after your 10K walk. You can convert these credits into Active SG credits.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then from there you can attend the gym. And then like say if you don't know how to do the exercises, you go to the plated machines. And then the plated machines have the instructions there and which muscles you want to target. For me, I want to target this. So there is a bench press. I think this one. So you can just do the flies. And they'll tell you even here, you can see the instructions here. You want to do it, just follow it. Then progressively you can progressively adjust your weights, and that's where you can see your progress too. So I think that's what's different about running or walking is that you can see week per week, you can see your heavier weight, you can bring it down.
But I guess running also the same, you can see the pace.
You can. I think for running, it also very, very dependent on the weather. And,
that's true. There are other external factors.
So probably you won't see in a week,
gym,
but maybe in 2-3 weeks, a month. But in the gym, I feel I can see my progress quite fast.
Right. Yeah. And there's mirrors everywhere.
There's mirrors everywhere. You can take a look at your form.
Yes, correct.
And then it feels good to lift heavy. But do not be afraid to go to the lightest. I started off the lightest. Then I slowly, gradually went up.
Yeah. Oh, there's still some machines. I'm still at the lightest, so there's no shame in it.
Always focus on form. I think like what you mentioned just now. Also, always form. Don't ego lift.
Don't ego lift.
Don't injure yourself, and always have that gradual. Do not progress too early. Do not increase in weight or progress in running too fast.
Correct. Yes.
So there's this thing called the 10% rule. So per week we should only increase in distance or weight by 10% and do not overload, because that will result in muscle fatigue and more chances of you getting injured. So something that you should always take a look at, and don't progress too fast. I think what we mentioned also previously was you should take baby steps. And if you progress too fast, you realize, hey, you might not like it at the end of the day. Because you lose motivation. So I think what's made me also transition from running to weightlifting is because I realized that it's very painful to run. I'm like pushing too hard. I'm pushing too hard every week. Then I just lost the motivation. So you should gradually increase so that you get more comfortable with the weight, comfortable with the distance. And then that's where you enjoy it more.
Correct.
Keep it more sustainable.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's one of a few tips and tricks to keep into the sport and maintain the discipline in walking, running, or whatever you're trying to do. Yeah.
So just to recap today's episode. So I think it's the community feel of working out and how to start. So a lot of people were afraid of the gym or afraid of start running or whatever, or maybe even getting injured. So I think the key takeaways here is try to start with a friend if you do have, and then you can join those communities, those open communities. Also try to progressively overload. Let's not
go too fast. Do not increase the weight too early
to avoid getting injured.
You know your body the best.
Exactly.
Have fun.
And have fun exactly
in doing whatever you're
doing. Like what you do, and don't. So that's why when the days are tough, you are going there to enjoy. You're not
and always remember about the end game goal.
Correct.
Yes, keep it in mind. Keep yourself motivated.
All right.
Always do what you do.
Better.
Do better.
Okay. So remember to eat well.
Keep running.
And lift heavy. We'll see you in the next episode. All right. So subscribe below and comment whatever you want to comment. Whatever you're going to hear next, and be sure to catch next few episodes. We're having guests coming. All right, see you guys.